Testing 1 2. This is a test. Testing 1 2.
Testing 1 2. This is a test. Testing 1 2. Testing 1 2. This is a test. Testing 1 2.
It's working. Oh, hey, M-Bikes Rule, welcome. This is the, so I'm going to be doing weekly streams at 1 o'clock and 7 o'clock on Tuesdays now, so that people who live in Europe, you can still catch the stream, and it won't be like the middle of the night. People in Asia, that means that you'll have to get up really early to watch the streams at probably like 7 or 8 in the morning, but I think this will work out. We're going to stream for about 45 minutes today because I'm doing 2 streams, so I feel like I shouldn't keep this one too long. Let me get my setup adjusted here real quick. Welcome, Kevin, Ediths, and Out Now Outdoors. Out Now sounds like something. Sounds like an outhouse or something. I'm not making fun of your name at all. It just reminds me of something like Out Now. I don't know what it reminds me of. But anyways, I don't have a specific goal for the live stream. I never have any goals for the live streams. I don't know, like, what, if I should, or if, like, this question and answer format is entertaining. I guess we'll just find out as we continue to do them. Hello, Jeremy. But if you guys have questions or anything like that, feel free to ask them. I will be more than happy to answer them. Otherwise, I can just start talking. I just had lunch, and it was delicious. And I watched a YouTube video on esports, which apparently... Well, I mean, not even really apparently. I kind of knew this already, but esports is like getting to the point where there's actually people building careers off them. And then like with Twitch, when they're not competing, they stream on Twitch and they actually get enough revenue to like make that their income. It's like very interesting how much like how many cottage industries are popping up because of internet technology. Just like YouTube as a career did not exist 10 years ago. Like YouTube started in 2006, is that right? But like there are people who literally that's their career, and then some of them are like very wealthy from doing it, and then there's actually kind of like a YouTube middle class forming, which I would consider myself a part of, except for that YouTube itself doesn't actually make us that much money. It's just like our discovery platform. Yeah, it's pretty interesting. So we don't have that many people. And if you guys want to ask questions, I'll answer them. We did a stream last night for Patreon, and is there anything juicy that came out of that? I don't think so. It was all pretty standard stuff. But today, I just discovered, let me show you guys this. There was this video that my friend sent me that was like... She was talking about like when she's like, oh, I'm not going to go party. And then when somebody goes, hey, do you want to go party? She sent me like the video, and it's like, it shows this dance from this video right here. And I looked up that video because I was like, dude, that dance looks awesome. And then I looked up the song, and the song was awesome too. And then today I find out from Daryl, one of your fellow viewers, he told me, he's like, did you know that guy went to Indiana University? And I was like, I knew I recognized that guy. He lived next door to me in freshman year of high school. The dude's a Bollywood star now. And the only thing I remember is that he played music so loud every night. And we would like knock on his door to try to get him to stop, and he wouldn't answer the door. It's very frustrating. But I'm happy for him that he's now a Bollywood star. And I really like that song and that dance, so good job, man. His name is Ranveer Singh. Ever play any of the Assassin's Creed games? I actually have never played any of them. I watched my friend play some Assassin's Creed too. I don't know why I really never got into them, but I might check it out someday. You probably have been asked this before, but what was it that gave you a love for hiking and camping? It's actually my brother was the one who introduced us to it. He took us all, so me, Brian, and Andrew. He took us to Hocking Hills. And when we were growing up, me and my brother, we didn't camp at all because our parents didn't camp. So that was something that was like completely foreign to us. He took us to Hocking Hills, and I was like, wow, this is what nature looks like. This is like the experience that I've been wanting from life all this time, and I didn't realize that's what I've been wanting. Like, I want that experience of like adventure where you see new stuff and you see like these amazing sights and you're like just out in it. It's fantastic. But since then, that's when we really fell in love with it. And then we started backpacking so that trip that he took us was in 2007, I think. I think it was 2007. We started backpacking in 2008, actually. We started backpacking like the following year, but after he took us on that trip, like it just like opened our minds to the possibilities, and we're like, we want to go camp, we want to do this. And then I've been talking about this lately, but I want to actually go backpacking and camping without filming an episode because I haven't done that in like 5 years. It's been 4.5 years. Yeah, 4.5 years. It'll be 5 years in September. But the analogy I made last night on the Patreon stream was that the difference between going and filming an episode versus just going and camping or backpacking is like going on a vacation with kids versus going on a vacation without kids. You can still have a great time, but you have to babysit the kids. In our case, it's like babysit the camera and make sure we're actually doing all the stuff we need to do. But you still have a good time. But going without kids is you just get to like be yourself, do whatever you want. You don't have to think about anything else. So I want to have that experience again. It's been a while. DJ Genki, Hyro Legend 64, Willkommen to mein Stream. Edits. I've been saying Edits, right? Edits 26. When is that road trip happening? It's happening on April 5th. Me and Brian are flying out next Thursday on April 5th. And then we're going to get to Thomas's place. We're going to do some stuff before we head out on the road trip, but then the following 2 weeks, we'll be doing the road trip. I think it's going to be all over before April 20th. So it's not going to be that long. It's going to be like 2 weeks. But I'm going to try to do cell phone vlogs at the very least. So like I'm going to really try to make it so that I do simpler videos for the vlog channel so that when we're filming the other stuff, I don't get burned out on everything. That makes sense. Stone Age Gamer. Hyrule Legend, I have failed you. I was at Brendan's house, and I totally forgot about it. I'm going to text him after this stream, and I'm going to say, yo, we got to do a Stone Age Gamer before I leave. I will go over to his house, and we'll Stone Age game. Okay? I apologize. Santi A. Good morning. I wonder where you're at. Is there anywhere that it's still morning? The west coast of the U.S. That's still morning, isn't it? I know, I have failed you. And they're not that hard to film. All I have to do is put a camera in front of us, bring a game, and we talk about it. But I don't know. I just keep forgetting to do it. So yeah, all the music we use in Adventure Archives, that's all our own stuff. Anything for the vlog, that's royalty-free music that I get from a site called... Well, at the beginning, I would use just whatever music I had in my iTunes library. Then I used the YouTube audio library for a while. It's all royalty-free stuff, so you can use it in your videos. The YouTube stuff is free, but it's also kind of bad. I recently started using a site called Epidemic Sound. I'll write that down, Epidemic Sound. And they have really good music that I've been using for the vlog. Like, that's a good jazz stuff. That's why I use jazz so much in the vlog, is because that's the type of music that I like on their website the most. But it's $15 a month, but I feel like it's worth it because good new music inspires me to make better videos. So, but yeah, as far as Adventure Archives, we write and perform and do all that stuff ourselves. My buddy Nate, who is a professional drummer, he does lots of drum set stuff for us. So besides that, it's all me, Brian, and Andrew. Have you said which are the major stops in the road trip? So that's going to be, we'll find out very soon. Thomas is doing all the planning. Brian was just asking if we could get an itinerary. But Thomas and Andrew are like traveling right now and doing some side videos and stuff. Once we know the major stops, we'll let you know. But it's a general Southwest sort of thing. So we're going to start California, then like Las Vegas, and then I think like Arizona, Texas, and then back up towards Indiana, I think. I don't know. We'll see. I don't really know myself, so otherwise I would tell you. Mr. Greeley, yeah, I think this thing is when you want to film anything, you just kind of got to like, or I guess any project like that, you just have to not be a slacker like you said. But no, I guess I've been doing it for so long that now I really want to just remember what it's like to not have to film something. I'm on the fence on buying an A7S II, A7R3, or a GH5. What are the major deal breakers between the two brands? Battery life I know is terrible on the Sony. Totally rule out the A7S II. Do not get that because the A7S III will either be announced very soon or you'd be better off getting an A7 III or an A7R III. The main reason is that the A7R III and the A7 III, they both have a better battery. They have a touchscreen for focusing. They both have really good autofocus. They use the phase detect autofocus, which is far superior to the contrast detect at the A7S II. Just do not get the A7S II. That'd be my recommendation. Wait until the A7S III is announced, then decide between the cameras that you're looking at. But the A7 III, that's Sony's full frame like entry level camera. That'd be the one that's the one I'm looking at right now. Like I was looking at it, it has similar low light performance to the other ones, and it's like you can't really see the difference beyond a certain ISO. Like so at like 51,000 ISO, the A7S II looks better than the A7 III, but below that, then you don't even really want to be at 51,000 ISO for any camera. It's going to look grainy. But below that, they look very comparable. The A7 III is $2,000. It's got so many good features. It doesn't have the flip screen, but it has really good autofocus, so you don't need that as much. But and the battery life has been fixed in the 3 generation model, so the R3, the 3, and then presumably the S3. So we'll see. Is there a PO box where we could send you something like small gift just as thank you for all the great content? We don't have a PO box. If you really want to send something, send us an email, and then we can get you an address to send it to. But thank you for offering. We might get a PO box eventually. It's just I don't actually want to get any stuff. Like I love it when people send stuff, but usually it's candy. I don't want to eat candy, and then if it's stuff, I'm like, oh man, I don't want to like clutter my house. But Brian and Andrew and Thomas, they love that stuff. So feel free to send us an email. I've seen many videos on hiking about camping, but none have inspired me as much as the Adventure Archives. I'm from Texas. Well, thank you. I'm glad you get some inspiration out of them. I see Zion in your future. I'm pretty sure we're going to Zion at some point during the road trip. We're not going to like film a full episode there, but we'll definitely vlog it and do side video and stuff like that. Arches National Park there is amazing. Maybe we're going there too. I don't know. I really don't know. Like I've never been the planner. I always just I'm like, you tell me where to go, you tell me what to film, I'll do that. So Thomas is taking care of all the preparations for this, but yeah, we'll see. We'll definitely keep you guys informed though. We'll probably do an announcement video. If we don't do an announcement video, we definitely will be posting on Facebook, and I'll post it on the vlog for sure. So yeah, solid DSLR just for photography that is below $400. Any of the Canon, like if it's just for photography, man, you can go with any of the old Canons. They're great. Like if you get a used T3i, that's what we started with. You could probably get one of those for like $150. The photos those take, they're still really good. Like if you get a nice lens, like you get a Nifty 50, it's just one of those $100 50 millimeter lenses, that'd be great. For video, like it's kind of ugly at this point. Like they look really blurry, but for photography, I think they're still good. That being said, I'm not a photographer myself, so I'm not the best person to ask, but I feel like, man, those cameras, just from the pictures I remember taking, they looked really good. So, does anyone strange from high school reached out for watching your videos? No, nobody from high school has ever reached out. In fact, nobody I've even known has ever reached out and said, I saw your videos. It's always been people who don't know me who see my videos. In fact, somebody asked the other day, do you ever feel weird with your videos and knowing that people who you know will see them? And I forget lots of times that people I know see them. So it doesn't feel weird either when people I know see me do that. Do you play Fortnite? No, I do not play Fortnite. I have not played it yet, and I probably won't. I played PUBG for a couple months there, and it was very fun. And that game is so exciting, man. You like drop into this island, and then it's like a good description I heard was by Jeff Gersman. He was like, it's almost like a horror game. Like, you're just wondering where is the next enemy going to come from, and you have no idea where anybody is. It's very exciting. That being said, I haven't played it in like a month or more. I just played it every now and then. It was really fun to play with friends, but I never got a chicken dinner. Closest I got was maybe like 4th or 5th place. I was almost on a squad that got a chicken dinner, but we didn't win. So if I had actually won, maybe I'd still play or have like that. I don't know, man. Competitive games, they don't draw me the same way they used to. Like when Halo was out, and I used to play Halo all the time, just like the thrill at the start of a match was just so exciting. Like, what is going to happen? I was a lot better then too, though. And the better you are at a game, the more fun it is. A competitive game, that is. What is the thing that has turned you off most about After Effects, given that you usually like the editing process through Premiere? It's because After Effects is not editing. After Effects is doing graphics. Like, designing, like, weird... It's like all visual, like the opening in Adventure Archives. That is all After Effects. And it's not... The process of having an idea to getting it onto the screen is so laborious and so difficult. There's nothing wrong with the program. Program's great, and you can do so many things, and if you know what you're doing, it's great. It's just... It's kind of like, why don't I like programming? I don't know why I don't like programming. I just don't like programming. And in the same way, I don't like doing animation. But lots of times when you make a video, especially if it's like a corporate video or something, like, I want graphics for this. You're like, yeah, I do video. I don't do graphics. And it's kind of hard to explain to people like why those are different. Maybe it's not hard. Maybe I just need to stop telling people I can do graphics also. But yeah, that's just the main thing. Hannah N, welcome. Glad you could catch a stream. Yeah, Cashman BC, it's like a horror game. It's like the anticipation is what makes it crazy. Jason, welcome. I'm glad you could join again. Oh, I was just thinking about that while I was making lunch. I was like, I don't think he ever said whether I said it right. So it's bourgeois, right? Bourgeois? Hope that's right. Is AA on the brink of a full-time gig for you guys yet, or what? Do you have a roadmap of goals AA should achieve for the future? It's close. And we do have a rough roadmap. This year, we're going to try to put a lot of effort to it. Like, Thomas moving back is a big part of that for us to make videos more consistently. We don't have an exact roadmap because a lot of our goals are kind of ephemeral. Like, how do you build more subscribers? Like, it's not like marketing where you just like buy a bunch of ads. Like, that's not how people subscribe to channels. It's like making the videos is part of the marketing, so to speak. But my personal goal is to just keep on making the best stuff possible, because I really get very frazzled by trying to market and make things bigger. So I'm going to leave that more to, well, Thomas is like spearheading a lot of that stuff, but as long as I'm still making good stuff, I think that's like what I'm going to focus on. Max Wilkeman. Did you ever play World of Warcraft? That is the only game that has kept me interested. I have actually never played that. I had one buddy from high school who played it all the time, and he was telling me about how much fun he had. But he liked to do like player versus player, so he would just like get super powered up and then go and attack people, and he liked trolling people. So I'm not sure that's why most people play it though. Have you ever been to the Guadalupe Mountains? I have not, and I don't know where those are. I'm gonna look it up. Guadalupe Mountains. Oh, that looks awesome. Oh, man. Man, maybe we're going there. I don't know. Ooh, that looks great. Oh, I'd love to go there. That's like Planet of the Apes or something. Yeah, look up Guadalupe Mountains if you guys want to see it. Are you ever concerned about home security? You show how easy it is to open your garage. I hate for you to fall victim to theft. No, not particularly. I mean, like, if somebody on the vlog wants to find, like, my house and rob me, it's like, congrats for your effort. Good work. As far as just, like, crime here in general, this neighborhood, there's no crime here. And then even if there was crime, there's nothing to steal. I mean, you could steal some of my game systems, and that wouldn't get you, they'd only get you so far, but No, not particularly. Have you 100%ed Zelda Breath of the Wild? No. I haven't even played it since I finished it, really. I'm not sure that I'll ever get anywhere close to that, especially with the Korok seeds. No way. Jeff Stevens, huge fan. Thanks for the work you put in. I watch it more than I probably should spend the time to do. Oh, thank you. Glad you like it. Have you ever considered DTube or Steemit? They're really open platforms, almost identical to YouTube, where you can make money given right to your videos with no issues. So the one thing we have considered is just putting our videos on multiple platforms, because right now Patreon is like the vast source of any of the income. So there's no reason not to spread the videos around to as many platforms as possible. It's just something we haven't done yet. We should probably really start looking at, especially when Facebook, if they ever start monetizing their videos, that's a huge platform that would get way more views than YouTube regardless if they can like sort out the interface. I don't know, maybe I'm just thinking of viral videos in general, but videos can do really well on Facebook just from the videos I've seen, like how many views they get. And lots of times they're like stolen videos. They're videos that were ripped from YouTube and put on somebody else's page. And I know that they're experimenting with monetized videos. Like, I don't know anything about that really, but I know that there are some channels that have it. Johan, thank you. Welcome. I'm glad you could join. Did you ever play Ultima 4 or 5? No, actually, I've never played any of the Ultima series. To the wild. Definitely go to the bigger name places that will attract more subscribers. Yosemite or Yellowstone is your most popular video, right? Yeah, so that's a pretty easy method of like getting new subscribers, is going to the very visited places, which we will continue to do as best we can. If you want to go somewhere and not film, try Carlsbad Caverns National Park in New Mexico. I'm going to look that up too. Carlsbad Caverns. Ooh, nice. Yes, I like that too. Very cool. Yeah, it'll be interesting. I think Thomas is going to send us the itinerary soon. So I'm sure he's looked at all these places. He's pretty knowledgeable about that type of stuff. And fun note, the first time we went to Yellowstone in 2009, he did the entire planning for the trip. And then when there were some like problems that were happening, and then finally I was like, wait a minute, how old is Thomas? Then I found out Thomas was like 15 years old at the time, and he was planning this trip for us as a 15-year-old. Then I was like 25 or 24 at the time, and I was like, dude, I should probably help him out a bit. But no, he did a great job. Have you not done the DLC for Breath of the Wild? You should have Brendan 100%. You know, he probably would be able to 100%. He's really good at doing that with games. No, I haven't done the DLC. I started it, and then I really wasn't enjoying myself, and I found out there was no story content, and I was like, man, I can't keep playing this. Oh, Huang Haiyang, welcome. Thank you for joining. I gotta say that in Chinese. Huang Ying. I don't know the rest of what I could say. Check out Namibia for an AA trip. My wife and I are going in the fall. Place looks absolutely amazing for outdoor adventures. If you mean Namibia in Africa, I would love to do that. I've never actually seriously looked into going to Africa, but that would be really cool. Cool landmarks there too. It's so hard to if you want to go places, you really have. It's not so much like that it's difficult to make it happen. It's that you actually have to take the time to like invest the effort in like, okay, this is where we're gonna go. Let's figure out what we need to do it, and then to do that in the context of like your regular life, right? Like you still have to make money, you still have to do your jobs, do all this stuff. You have to eat every day. You got to pay the rent. You got to pay bills. So you have to actually like carve out time to make that happen. Like, especially when you're an adult, man, nobody's going to do it for you. Like no parent or whatever is just going to be like, okay, we're going on a vacation. We're going here. It's like you have to make a stand and carve it out, you know? Your coolness level went up with my 10-year-old son when you mentioned Eric Gordon. Yeah, so I don't know if I've told that story. I guess I have, but he lived down the street from me growing up, and we used to play against each other at the JC all the time. I mean, he was a lot younger than me. He was like 4 years younger than me. So like I didn't actually actively play with him. It's like we'd play pickup games every now and then. I remember the last time I was able to beat him was when he was in 8th grade. His transition from 8th to 9th grade, the dude just like suddenly one summer he just was able to dunk, and then that dunking turned into just being unstoppable. The last time I played him was a 3-on-3 with my brother, me, and somebody else, and then him and 2 other guys. Just, I could not jump fast enough to even try to block him when he was shooting a 3-pointer. The dude's release is so unbelievably fast. And it makes me feel better that he's one of the best NBA players. Like, not even just like a good NBA player. He's like, if he didn't get injured so much, he'd be an amazing NBA player. Because I was like, dude, I feel like I'm pretty good. I feel like I'm not, at the time anyway. I was like, I can't be that much worse than an NBA player. And I feel like I could, if I had kept working at it, I could probably be a really bad NBA player if I had like the physical size and ability. But yeah, he was good. He was real good. So Jason, we have welcome, by the way. We have not discussed any of the road trip plans. All I can say right now, because I'm not planning it, Thomas is planning it. He's going to send us the itinerary soon. In fact, I'm going to get on him so that he can actually release the details so that people who want to come to the meetups can. It's starting April 5th, and it's going to end like April 19th. So in that window, that's when we're doing it. So if you live somewhere in the Southwest, be prepared. To the Wild says, did I welcome you to the Wild? Welcome. How's Michael? The Japan trips are always great. While they are expensive, I bet you get a bunch of views during/after those trips. It's time for Thomas to experience Japan also. I was just thinking that. Like, if we go back to Japan, that'd be perfect because Thomas hasn't been there yet. If we go back to Japan, it won't be to get views or anything. We'd probably try somewhere else that we haven't already tried. Speaking of getting views, though, when we released the episode from Japan, it was doing really well. We had this weird bump in subscribers where we just got featured in the YouTube algorithm or something. I think it was from the Japan video. And then the Japan video got removed from YouTube for like a week or two because we had an older version of it unlisted on the channel. So YouTube thought we had a duplicate. They deleted the one with over 200,000 views and kept the other one. And it's just like, why would you do that? But they fixed it eventually. But by then the momentum had gone down. But I was just thinking that we should do, at least for myself, I want to do Japan again because the tickets are, man, they're not that expensive. Let me see what the tickets are right now. Google Flights. Google Flight. Nihon made. Japan. Does it not show you? Oh, they'd see more. There we go. Well, they're real expensive right now. Last time I looked, they weren't that expensive, but that's so weird. Well, last time I looked, they were like $600. They're like all $1,100 now. So I guess the prices fluctuate a lot, unfortunately. Yeah. I don't know. Next time they go cheap, I'll try to go again. But I think it'd be really fun to go. The idea I have is to do like just for myself, not necessarily for any Adventure Archive stuff, but to go from one end of Japan to the other and like maybe walk part of the way, train part of the way, car part of the way, bike part of the way. I think that'd be really fun. Just like basically backpack Japan from start to finish. And I would also really like to go back to China, which we might be going back much sooner than you might think, but that's still up in the air, so I'm not gonna like make any promises on that. Summer high season, yeah, I guess that's the main thing. I found that a combination of Skyscanner, Momondo for flights, and Couchsurfing app can help you travel internationally for extremely cheap. That's how I do it, and I rarely pay for accommodations. Couchsurfing is something that I should definitely look into because We've been using Airbnb, which is not expensive. Like, it's relatively inexpensive, but couch surfing, considering that would be free, would be even cheaper. Unless they charge you, but still, it'd probably be cheaper than that. Does your father not like being in the vlog? I really enjoyed seeing your family in your China vlog. No, it's not that he doesn't like it. I just don't film when I go to his house. No particular reason. I just haven't done it. But, yeah, there's no particular reason for that. Just curious, do you mind flying or any of you in AA? I don't think any of us mind. I don't mind. Let me think. Do I know anybody who does? Yeah, no, I don't think anybody minds flying. I usually forget about flying, to be honest. Once I get on the plane, like, lots of times I'll fall asleep before the plane even takes off. So, to the wild. Northern Japan is beautiful, I hear. Do you ski/snowboard? I have never skied or snowboarded. Well, let me take that back. I have snowboarded at the park, just like when I was a kid with our toy snowboard on a sledding hill. That was fun, but beyond that, I've never done any type of like actual downhill skiing or snowboarding. It looks fun though. Everybody who I've talked to who's done it as a beginner, they're always like, oh yeah, you're going to fall like a million times. I'm really curious if that'll actually happen or not. Because I'm like, because I didn't fall all the time when I was playing on that snowboard as a kid on the sledding hill. And I feel like the easy slopes at a skiing place probably aren't that steep, right? So I feel like that won't happen to me, but we'll see. I'll keep an open mind about it. Miss Lucky Me 86, hi from Sweden. Hello, welcome from. This is perfect because I was trying to make this stream at a time where people in Europe could actually watch, so I'm glad you're able to make it. Should I play N64 or SNES? The SNES, I think the N64 games haven't aged that well, and any of the games that you can play on it that are worth playing have been ported to other systems, so you should probably play them there instead. Mr. Greeley, do any of you have a GF/BF? So it's GF for all of us. I think Thomas does, and I don't. And then Brian and Andrew, they don't. I think they date on occasion, though. Well, at least Andrew does for sure. But yeah, I don't have a girlfriend right now. If you do go back to Japan with A, I think Andrew would have a field day with all the types of mushrooms there. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, I guess because it was the winter. There weren't any mushrooms there. But if we went like in the spring, it'd probably be a good time. Snowboarding is amazing. Going to the Alps in 2 weeks. You're an athletic guy, so sure you'd pick it up quickly. Definitely try it. I do want to try it. It definitely looks like a lot of fun. And I really like winter sports. Like the Olympics. Winter Olympics are my favorite, and I love just like looking at all the sports and stuff. I haven't really done any of them, but they're like so interesting. The summer sports are cool too, but there's something about them that like they're just so obvious. Like running, swimming, okay, yeah, that's great. But doing weird stuff like, what's that called? The one where you shoot with the gun, but you also ski. Biathlon, I think that's what it's called. Just lots of cool stuff like that. I taught snowboarding for about 10 years. Can be hard in the beginning, but easy to master. It's all about having good balance and body control. Okay. And I feel like skiing, isn't that like you have more balance than snowboarding? So... But people always tell me that skiing you fall a lot too. I don't know. I just have to try it because on the surface, it seems like something you pick up very easily. Like maybe you're not going to be amazing at it, but you at least be able to, just do some that type of thing. Should I play Link to the Past, Super Mario World, Donkey Kong Country, or Street Fighter 2? It depends on what mood you're in, but I would say Link to the Past is probably the most... If you haven't played any of them, I'd start with Link to the Past. And then Super Mario World. And Street Fighter 2, if you don't have somebody to play with, then you probably can just skip it. What provisions do you use for wet weather to protect all that expensive gear? Doesn't it make you nervous around water given you're doing this independently? I should be more careful, but we actually don't do much with it. The camera I'm using right now is pretty good with water, so like even if it gets a little bit wet, it's fine. The other camera, the Sony, That one I am kind of paranoid about because that has broken in the rain before. But we don't do much. Like, if it's going to be raining, we'll bring like a plastic bag to put over it. But in general, if it's just like sprinkling, we don't worry about it too much. Oh, you have all the carts? I was just wondering what you thought I should play. Mega's Leap to the Past is always a good one. Mr. Mac, hello from Canada, eh? Welcome. If AA were to come back, where would you plan to go? Let me just do some fact checking real quick. Make sure this is in the right place. Yep. Banff. We would go to Banff. Is that how you actually pronounce it? Banff? Banff National Park. Wow, these pictures, dude. Go to Google Images and type Banff National Park and look at these pictures. And also, you know, that's a funny thing, dude, is like, pictures are so highly edited, and you would never really think about that and be like, oh yeah, you know, I bet that place looks that amazing. Your eyeball can't even see that much detail and that much dynamic range at once. There's no way, dude. Wow, that place looks incredible. And all these are from the same angle. It's just like this big picture of this lake. Yeah, we're going to Banff. Wow, these pictures are amazing, man. Banff. Can't stop saying Banff. Oh, man. Okay. But yeah, Banff might be in the plans for this year, actually. For skiing, all you have to know is pizza or French fries. You know, I was talking about this recently. I don't get jokes that often, that quickly, so there's probably a joke there I should be getting, but I don't know what it is. Did you ever try out the Ouya? I'm still trying to figure out the best emulators / games that work for it. The Ouya I have not tried. When it was first announced, I didn't quite understand what it was, so I pre-ordered it immediately. And then I found out it was just like an Android box. I'm like, dude, I could just hook up my computer to a TV. So, no, I did not get an Ouya. Lake Louise. Let's see what that is. I typed Lake Lucy. Ooh, that looks good too. Oh, that's the lake in Banff. Got it. Okay. I am playing Battlefield 3 and listening. Battlefield 3, that's a throwback, man. We played a lot of Battlefield 3. We tried to play... Well, actually, we played a decent amount of 4, too, but that was like a console transition. So, like, not everybody had PlayStation 4, so the whole crew wasn't playing together. That was actually about the time when I stopped playing online games as consistently as I did. I played Battlefield 3 all the time. I was a medic. I just go around... It's my favorite thing, to revive people and throw down health packs and then watch my score go up. Oh yeah, I love Battlefield. It was a good game. Did you visit the Tetons when you went to Yellowstone? We did the first time we went in 2009. We did not go this last time. But we saw the Tetons. Like, you see them when you just drive around in that area, which you guys probably saw in the video, but no, we did not. And I don't know, can you climb the Tetons? Yeah, I guess you can. This looks like legit mountain climbing where you got ropes and stuff. Hi there. Just let me know if you have any questions about climbing the Grand Teton. Jackson Hole Mountain Guides. Yeah, we didn't. Wow, Banff looks so good, man. Look at this Fairmont Chateau Lake Louise. Look how nice that looks. I want to go there and get like snowed in and then not be able to leave, and then The Shining happens, and then like our final video for Adventure Archives is us killing each other in The Shining style. Does the thought of getting sponsored make you feel like potentially the artistic control over A you currently have could be in jeopardy? ? We don't have any sponsorships for exactly that reason. Not that we've been offered any sponsorships yet that I know of. But that is like my number one priority above anything we do, is that nobody gets to control what we do in the videos or gets to, like, the control over the videos. Like, I've said this before, I was like, I'll commit seppuku if we, like, accidentally sign some contract that gives somebody else control over our videos or, like, somehow owns our videos. That is the last thing that will ever happen as long as I'm alive and awake, is that anybody can tell us how to make the videos or has any control over the videos. Like, I don't care what we do. Like, if we want to, like, turn the show into, like, a quiz game show where we sell, like, cereal and, like, laundry products, that's fine as long as we decided it. If somebody else decides it and, like, had forced us to do it, literal seppuku, I would just be like, it would be an ugly sight. Yeah, you climb the Tetons with a permit. You don't need ropes for some of the peaks. I've done most of the Cascade Canyon. Okay, cool. I mean, I think that would be a really cool thing to go climb, especially after climbing Mount Whitney. As long as I would bring some headache medicine, some ibuprofen or some aspirin or something, then I'd probably be good. Because last time altitude sickness got to me. And when we got to the peak, literally got to the peak, one of the people we met on the trail, she gave me some aspirin. Felt good pretty much immediately upon taking the aspirin. So we had some, it somehow didn't make it into our bear canister. It was really silly. Have you heard of the peaks of the Balkans? Look up Outdoor Albania online. Ooh. That looks great. Yeah, I mean, just going to Europe in general, man. I'd love to just go explore. Yeah, that would be great, dude. It's like the villages and like a hillside. Oh, man. Love it. And this little random picture of this dude with his little sheep stick. And he's got his like sheep. Oh, those are probably cows, actually. Very cool. Okay. Have a look at the videos from My Own Frontier about hiking in the Tetons and other alpine environments. I will definitely check them out. The Tetons, climbing the Tetons, I think is something we should definitely do eventually, because we've been there multiple times, but it's always like kind of just Yellowstone, and the Tetons are just like a backdrop, so to speak. I think it'd be really cool. Yeah, sorry. Okay, I was looking at the thumbnails. Okay. My favorite hikes I have went on is Rondan in Norway and Sarek in Sweden. Norway is a place that I really love to go to. I've been talking about that for a long time. But that's like what I was talking about earlier, where you have to make time to plan for the time to do it, because otherwise just regular life will take over and you'll never plan it and you'll never do it. And it's like, I wish I would do that someday. Lake Louise. Dad paid $7 for one hot chocolate. I was there as a kid, but still the most beautiful place I've been. I want to through hike, I'm assuming, the Continental Divide Trail, but 700 miles, so I don't know when I can do that. That's the thing, man. Doing a through hike, people have asked before if we'll ever do through hikes. The amount of distance and time that it takes to do that, just like, there's too many other things I want to do, but I would love to do portions of it. Like, I'm sure we could do like a week or 2 weeks. Like, we're doing this road trip for 2 weeks, so we could definitely spare 2 weeks to do at least part of a big trail like that. Max, you didn't miss anything. We've just been talking. What did that sound? Hold on a second. It's a computer in the other room. Okay. Some minimal product placement, trigger word, haha, could be a great source of sponsorship. Everybody rocking Osprey bags and Merrell's might be a little much, though. So the thing about the other thing, like, I'm pretty wary of product placement in general. We've taken free stuff from people and used them in videos, but like actually getting paid to do that is like, there's nothing wrong with that, but like I feel like our message is like, that should be kept away from like the episodes themselves, because like a lot of our message is like, getting back to nature. It's about trying to escape the constant pull and desire to want to get new things and to like buy new things. And like, don't get me wrong, I'm very much a part of that, and I love doing that when I'm doing it, but the videos and like going into nature, that's kind of like your escape from that. So to like combine the two, I've always felt very wary of that. But we'll see. You also have to eat. So like you can't be too principled when it comes to making money, I feel like. Because you're always going to be hypocritical about something in some way. So like if you're too principled, then you have to like defend everything you do and just be like, oh, I didn't know. And I don't want to do that either. So my family is from Finland and Iceland, and there are two places which are extremely friendly to foreigners, have impeccable scenery, and plenty of picturesque landscapes. Oh, Eka Baker, $10. Dude, I didn't even know Super Chat was on. Thank you very much. Okay, well, I'm going to bump everybody else's questions because she donated. What is the one piece of equipment when you're hiking that you can't go without? So for a long time for me, it was a warm sleeping bag. And now that I got this down one, I would say even doubly so. But I mean, like your big three, it's like those are essential just naturally. Like, so tent, sleeping bag, and backpack, right? You need some form of shelter, something to keep warm at night, and then something to carry everything. So those kind of, I feel like that doesn't count as an answer, but let's see. And then I was going to say like my new down coat. I would say that's essential. Oh man, I don't really have, beyond the big three, I don't know if I have an essential piece of gear. Like my water bladder, but that's also kind of essential too. The water filter, that's essential. But I'm assuming you're meaning like a piece of gear that like I really like using and want to use. I'd say maybe my camping stove now. Like that's not essential. Yeah, when you're hiking, they can't go without. Yeah, so my hiking stove, I think, would probably fit the spirit of the question. Because I don't need that. I can always bring food that you don't need to cook. But having just that little stove, and you just put it on there, and you put a cup, you heat up some water. Heating up water is like, there's like a Bill Cosby joke back in the day about like when somebody's giving birth, somebody just always starts going, hot water, we need hot water. It's like if you have hot water, when it comes to cooking, you can use the hot water for something to make something satisfying. Like whether it's ramen, just random soup, some oatmeal, just drinking the hot water by itself, putting coffee in it, whatever. Like if you have hot water will travel, something like that. But yeah, I think my camping stove probably, that fits the definition of the question, I feel like, or the spirit of the question. Did you see any kids on your Whitney hike? We as a family would like to visit the highest point of every state, but I don't know if that hike is too much for them. So we did. There was actually a group from Ohio, like they lived close to Brian and Andrew, who they actually had to go down after the first day because one of the kids got altitude sickness, but one of the dads also got altitude sickness. So it's like, it kind of affects everybody differently, but we definitely saw kids. We didn't see any kids at the summit. So that's what this is called, right? Summit Peak at the very top. But we did see kids throughout the hike. Although, after the first day, I'm not sure we saw any. I'm pretty sure you can do it, though. So I wouldn't let that stop you. Just make sure you've got... If you have time to acclimate, definitely acclimate at that first 8,000 feet campsite where all the restaurants and stuff are. That one little restaurant and gift shop is. Because we didn't do that. I think I probably would have been fine had we done that. But I don't know, just I think it's probably possible. But I say that not knowing if it's actually possible. I visited Norway. Look up Preikestolen. I was up there. Amazing. I'm going to look it up right now. Woo! Sorry. Woo! Okay, yep. I'm digging it. God, Norway is incredible, dude. Oh, you know, somebody told me about this. I got a friend from Brazil, and she said that she either went here or wanted to go here. And she sent me a picture of this before. Wow. Wow, incredible, dude. Yeah, they definitely got it. You definitely have to, like, take the time to actually do these things or plan these things or it'll never happen. Product placement without prior agreement can be a bad thing. It will discourage other sponsors from investing in them. That's a good point. Do you remember how to get to the 7th? Oh, by the way, guys, Yeah, we'll definitely stop right at 2. I said we were going to only do 45 minutes, but we might as well just do the full hour. But I am going to stop at 2 because I got stuff I need to get done. Do you remember how to get to the 7th dungeon and Link to the Past? No. I have no idea. I don't even remember what the 7th dungeon is. Indy302, welcome. Which down coat did you end up getting? Is it water resistant? Yeah, it's supposed to be waterproof. It's an REI down something. I'll look it up. Hold on 1 second. Storm Hinge. Peak 850 down. It says waterproof. And on the last trip we went, it was snowing really hard and it was like a really wet snow. And it was waterproof. It kind of looked like it wasn't because like the water, it looked just like it, you know, the difference between like when it beads up versus when it looks like it's soaking through. But it didn't get wet, so it worked. Have you looked into a Kelly kettle? No, I have not. Oh. No fuel required. Oh, okay, so this is kind of like the solo stove that Brian has, where to use sticks and stuff to do it. Oh, that's cool. Wow, that's like almost like Voltron or something. Put so much stuff into one thing. Cool, I would look into that. Scandinavian women are also incredible. Slavic are better. Oh, yeah. Who's to argue with any of those? DJ Genki. My Vatin in Iceland is a truly magical looking place worth a look sometime. It's just like all signs point I need to go to Europe and just like go all over the place. Yeah, momentum is a heck of a thing, man. You gotta break the momentum. I feel like I gotta do. What days are your gaming streams and during what time? Welcome, Sacred Pain. I've been doing 9 a.m. Eastern time. This morning we did 9 to 11. I might add other times, but right now it's just 9 a.m. I'm doing those on weekdays. Oh, how's the Nostalgic Gamer channel been doing? Looks like you get a lot of enjoyment out of that. It's like a good 10 people every time. It's pretty fun. What's next for Twitch streaming after Suikoden? I'm probably going to do multiple games at once. I'm not going to stick to one game like I've been doing right now. Stavanger is close. Oh, that's for the Norway. Alex, good afternoon. Welcome. This is the tail end of the stream, but I'm glad you could join. Mikko Vertinen. Oh, Mikvi, welcome. Greetings from Finland again. I'll see you later, DJ Genki. Thank you for joining. In Sweden, we have a great trail called Kungsleden or Kingstrail. Yeah, I've heard about this before, and it sounds amazing. That's definitely like... Somebody asked me the other day, what's on your bucket list? That one's probably on my bucket list now that I think about it. But I don't really have a bucket list, like bucket list. I don't have a bucket list because most of the things that I want to do in life, like if I don't do them, I don't really feel like it's that big of a loss if I don't. Which sounds like defeatist or fatalist, but that's not really the feeling. The feeling's more just like, nah, I've been having a pretty good life and I'm enjoying what I'm doing. And I feel like I've done a lot, so if I never managed to do something, I would be okay with it. And I feel like if there's something that I really, really want to do, those are the times when I really make it happen. And that does happen, but there's not often that I'm really like called to do something that isn't readily available to do. Like traveling somewhere is never something that I'm like, I gotta do this and it's gonna like complete my life, which is a weird thing to say. But it's nonetheless, that's what I've been thinking. Unfortunately, I have class at 8 a.m. I don't think I'll be able to make it tomorrow. Yeah, so I'll try to do other times too, but just right now we're doing 9 a.m. Ooh. Any free Photoshop programs you would suggest? The only one I know of is GIMP, and I've never used it. Let me rephrase. I've used it before, but only to like crop something, so I don't really have a good recommendation. I'm also not very good at Photoshop. I'd really like to just sit down for like a week and learn Photoshop much better than I know it now, but I also don't think that's going to happen. So when I say I'd really like to, I mean I have it somewhere in the back of my mind that I would like to, but I don't actually care enough to actually do it. My vote goes to Prekenstolen 2. Awesome place. Made a YouTube video from my visit a couple of years ago. Dude, that sounds great. I'm wondering where you guys find the inspiration to make all the music for your episodes. Mr. Nicholas Swagbo. Welcome to the stream, by the way. It just whatever our brains tell us to do. So, unfortunately, that means that lots of times it's very difficult to come up with new songs. And especially the last episode, man, I struggled. But some of it came out pretty well. I mean, they usually come out pretty well. It's just the struggle to write the music can be more or less difficult depending on the episode. They filmed the upcoming new Mission Impossible movie there last fall. Eka Baker, thank you for joining. Thank you for donating, by the way. Make sure to take a trip just for you guys every once in a while. We'll definitely do that soon. This road trip is kind of that, too. We won't be filming like the whole time. How's your mom doing? Haven't seen her in the vlog for quite some time. Any plans on doing some more episodes of your podcast with her? Enjoyed them very much. Yes, we keep talking about it. We need to do it. We just haven't scheduled the time to do it yet. She's doing good. I don't know why she hasn't been in the vlog in a while. It's kind of weird. But that has been happening. Just a matter of being... Mike, welcome to the stream. Just a matter of being content with oneself. Adventure, excitement. Jedi do not crave these things. That's true. Although I don't think I'm Jedi level by any means. I can aspire, but I forgot about your switching desk. That blew my mind. Yeah, I love this desk. It's definitely a worthy investment. Okay, if you got any more questions, please get them in now, because we will be wrapping up real soon. You totally inspired me to buy a stand-up desk at IKEA 2 months ago. Have only lowered it maybe 3 times since. Love it. I totally know what you mean. Like, I lower it when... like I'm feeling really lazy or if I just want to watch a video, but generally when I'm working, I much prefer to either use this stool that I'm sitting on right now or to actually stand and use the desk. It just feels more alive and like... It's weird how your like physical space, not physical space, your physical posture and like what you're doing physically will affect your like mental output. So like when I'm working on a video, I feel much more alive and light on my feet working on the video, standing rather than sitting. Sitting, it feels kind of like static. Bill Dungy, welcome. Big UPS from Canada. I know you said big ups, but Derek on Netflix. I think you may like it. About kindness with some vulgar humor thrown in. I just got my own Netflix account. I've been using my brother's Netflix account for a very long time, but he changed the password on me and didn't tell me what it was. So I was like, fine then. Actually, Netflix comes with T-Mobile. So I finally just set up my T-Mobile Netflix account thing. Oh, by Ricky Gervais. Interesting. It takes a lot for me to get into a TV show, though, so I have no promises that I'll actually check it out, but I may. I see Andrew has been with Thomas for his beginning leg. Okay, so like last question, guys. I'm really gonna end this like at 2. Andrew has been with Thomas for his beginning leg of the trip. When are you and Brian going to meet up with him? So we're going on April 5th, and we'll definitely be doing a California meetup, and we'll definitely let you know ahead of time. I want to see you there. Okay, whenever you get a chance, look up the cover of the Song of Storms by BBNG. I will write that down now so I don't forget. What do you use for your winter base layer? Clothing-wise? Clothing-wise, I just wear what I normally wear. So like t-shirt, hoodie, shirt, and then I wear the thing. Did the stream die, or is it still up? Well, it looks like it's still going. Let me make sure this is actually still working. Oh, it is. Okay. I don't know why it's not working. Okay. I was really confused because people were saying rip, and I was like, what? Okay, well, there's no questions anyways, but thank you guys for joining the stream. If you want to join again, I'll be doing it again at 7 p.m. for the people who are not in Europe or who just weren't able to join because they're at work or whatever else. Stay tuned for the road trip stuff. I'll let you know. There's a new vlog. It's a really short one, probably pointless, but it details the days that I will be, because I'm gonna take Sundays off for the vlog now. Blah blah blah. But yeah, 7 p.m. Eastern. I'll see you guys then. Thank you for joining. I'll see you then. Right? Yes. Okay. See you guys.